Hey everyone, Sleepy Reader here. This is going to be my long-awaited, long-awaited by me, top 10 Batman covers. And I was tagged on this by the great Luther Manning, otherwise known as Patrick, or Deathlock. Great channel. And yeah, I think he tagged me maybe 2 weeks ago. I'm not sure how long it's been. I've been meaning to do it for a while. I still have the vast bulk of my collection stuck in a closet, piled up 6 or 7 boxes high. And I was shuffling it around a bit today and managed to see 2 boxes labeled Batman. So I pulled the 2 short boxes. So I pulled those boxes out and I looked through them and I found my favorite Batman comics there. I think this represents a good cross selection of my collection of Batman, which isn't that great. One thing I realize is amongst my favorite Batman covers are most of the Neil Adams Batman covers, and I own very few of them. I have a lot in collections, digital stuff I used to own in old books that I had, but I don't really. When I've been out recently buying Neil Adams covers, I buy the cheap ones, which are Superman covers and Legion of Superheroes covers by Neil Adams. I keep saying I'll grab the Batman some other day. So anyway, most of what you're going to see here is pretty current. But I'm going to start with some runners-ups, which were some covers that I liked that did not have Batman on the cover, so I felt like I couldn't include those. And plus I could have easily, even out of the stuff that I found, I could have easily shown 30 covers that I loved. But here's a great P. Craig Russell cover showing, from Legends of the Dark Knight, showing Poison Ivy, his rendition, and I really dig it. P. Craig Russell has done a lot of great covers. I would say any cover by him, well, I don't want to jump to conclusions, but most covers by him that I own are amongst my favorites. Here's a great Greg Capullo cover, and it has the bat signal on it in one of these videos, but this was just an awesome illustration of the concept of the Joker at the time, of this creepy guy who's everywhere and watching everyone. Great colors too. But not really a Batman cover per se. Yeah, I don't think we see Batman at all here. And then another creepy Joker Greg Capullo cover with Joker using a pile of corpses as his throne, which really gives us the how can I do this without glare? Really gives us the Joker as this crown prince of serial killers rather than just a jokester. The really grim current kind of Joker that we see in current comics. And here's another one with I did not love this particular arc by Snyder and Capullo, but I loved, well, the art was always good, and I love this cover, which shows, I forget the name of this villain, though, which shows how good the series was. Was he called Mr. Flower or something? No, Mr. Bloom or something Bloom. Potentially a great villain, but it was just a weak arc. But this is an awesome cover. Cheerful brightness that is utterly creepy. And finally, in these also ran non-Batman Batman covers, this Robin as a Superman, Superboy kind of character. The brief period where after he was revived by Darkseid, he had the powers similar to Superman, essentially. And this is just wonderful. I love a lot of the Patrick Gleason covers of recent years, mostly in Batman and Robin. So now is my top 10 of what I could find Batman covers. Subject to change, of course. So one of the best, or one of my favorite Neil Adams covers that I have of Batman and Batgirl, I guess you could say, is this one where Batman seems to be a corpse hanging from a noose and is talking like a ghost You killed me and I'm going to prove it. And that kind of sets the tone for the stuff that I chose, which was all kind of the creepier, spookier Batman covers. I really like Batman as that creature of the night. So someone who's awesome of Batman as creature of the night is Kelly Jones, and this is one of his many, many awesome covers. Kelly Jones is a great Batman artist, in my opinion, and a great cover artist. I really hope they bring him back into the fold and use him more at DC. They've done a little Swamp Thing with him here and there and a few other things. But he is awesome, and his artwork looks, to me, as good as ever. Here's another great creature of the night, dark, creepy, spooky Batman, Sanctum, with art by Mike Mignola. I love the contrast of the colors and the composition and the creepy, shadowy bat aspects of it. And another great creepy cover, I'd forgotten even that Ted McKeever did some Batman. But talk about a creature of the night. Maybe that's how the villains see him. I haven't actually read this yet. I collected a bunch of Dark Knight, and Dark Knight a few years ago, and some of which I haven't got around to reading. I think I have both parts of this. Not as good as on the cover from first glance, but yeah, that is a wonderfully disturbing cover. A different kind of disturbing, almost kind of laughable and disturbing at the same time, is this cover by Chris Burnham. And I love Chris Burnham. I'm not sure, has he done much lately since he did that series with Grant Morrison over at Image? I can't remember if he's done anything else. But anyway, he has lots of great covers, and this is a favorite of mine. Yeah. And Francis Manipool, a really good artist, really great cover artist, great sense of design. I'd already forgotten that he was on Detective Comics for a while. It was, the writing on it just never quite fully clicked, but the art was amazing, and this cover is a favorite. Batman becoming this kind of bizarre icon here, this creepy, iconic figure. And so more Patrick Gleason from Batman and Robin number 13, Zombie Moon Rising. This is just a fantastic image of Batman and Robin as figures of death, I guess, or ghosts or zombies returned, but totems of death. Also by Patrick Gleason. Okay, I've gone overboard on the Patrick Gleason, but this cover, this was one of the best issues of the was Death of the Family crossovers, and it was just amazingly creepy, and this is an amazingly creepy cover with a corpse-like Jokerized Batman and a corpse-like Jokerized Damian Robin. Just an incredible cover. And more Patrick Gleason. So I way overweighed things on Patrick Gleason, but I love this cover of Batman in his special suit off on Apocalypse to face Darkseid. Very apocalyptic cover, you might say. Great design. And both dark and cartoony, this is Darwin Cook's take on a sideways Batman cover, entering into the funhouse of evil, you might say, with a huge array of Batman's villains as part of this funhouse of evil that starts at the Joker's mouth. So I love that cover. I love the use of kind of the brownish, reddish tones on it too. So yeah, shiny cover. So that rounds it out. 10 favorite Batman covers. It sort of stands as a reminder that there's so much more Batman to collect. But also that you don't have to go back deep into Batman history to find great covers. Batman inspires great covers, and there's great covers all over the place. So thanks again to Pat Patrick, Luther Manning, and I will talk to you all again soon.